Welcome back, DIYers. In today's video, I'm going to show you how we're going to patch this hole right here. So let's dive in. So today we're going to be using this Drywall. This is a little kit it came in. You can see all the options we have right here, all the pieces. It has the piece that's going to go over it. Has the compound. Also, has the little tool and piece of sanding paper as well. So I'm going to show you guys all the parts. And for this, we're going to go ahead and cut this because you can see this is a little bit bigger than that hole was going to be. So we're going to cut it. You want to kind of leave 1.5 inches or so on around it. So we're going to go ahead and cut this and then stick it on there. So we went ahead and cut this patch. Got about 1.5 inches on either side of the hole. So what you're going to do is grab some of this. If you guys are wondering where this hole came from, yes, it did come from my kids. They've also stuck multiple toys in here. So whenever you redesign this room, you'll definitely find them later. And I will have a link for this item down below. And one thing I really like about this is it goes on pink, but once it is white, then you know it is dry and ready to use. Fill this in. I will also have a link for this patch kit down below if you're interested in checking that out. There you go. Got your patch. Stick it on there. Also, if this video is helpful, feel free to like and subscribe for more helpful videos. And you're just going to cover it up. I'm going to try to make it as smooth as possible. It's okay if it's not perfectly smooth right now. I want to make sure there's plenty on there though. You'll come back later here in a minute after it's dry and you'll sand it. So again, what you want to do is make sure that there's plenty of this putty on there, but you don't have to be precise because you will come back in a little while and sand this back down. So you just want to make sure that your entire area is covered. And here is a close-up of the patch. You can just see it a little bit better right here. Also, just a heads up, you want to make sure you tell your kids what you have done here. And if you have a daughter like me, you definitely want to tell them not to touch this because my daughter went right behind me and put her finger in there, so I had to redo this entire patch. Then once you have let it dry, the nice thing about this is it will turn white, which is great. So that way, you know it's dry, you're not going to mess anything up. And what you want to do is just get some sandpaper. It comes in the little pack right there that I recommend you purchase. And you can just go to town on this and start kind of cleaning everything off. What you're trying to do is get all those rough edges. You want to make sure that everything is nice and smooth so that once you're done with this, it'll be a nice smooth surface so you can just paint over everything. And again, you don't want to go super deep with this. You just kind of want to make sure it's surface level, get all the edges out, and make sure that it is as level as it can be with that little patch on there. So you just want to be a little firm around the edges, but you also don't want to make sure that you poke any more holes in there. So just kind of make sure that you get all the edges out and try to sand it down as flat and smooth as possible. And here is what the patch should look like once you were done. Great news, no one touched this before I could paint it. Also want to let you guys know you will need to clean up after this. I don't want anyone getting in trouble. So guys, as you can see, it's already dried. It's been here for a couple days, so we're going to go ahead and paint it. I do like using these little rollers for some of these small projects. These things work extremely well. And all you're going to do is just make sure that you try to cover the entire thing with paint. Kind of go different directions and just get all the little areas and then just kind of spread all throughout the patch itself and go a little bit over so you can try to make sure you feather it all in so it looks really nice. Just so you guys know, if y'all didn't know, you can actually take like paint chips and different things to Lowe's and they can actually match this. So even though it doesn't look exactly right now, when it dries, it should look a lot better. So we'll check that out here in just a second. And after a few hours, this thing is completely dry. And as you can see right here, this has matched perfectly in my wall. This works extremely well and is also a super easy DIY project. I recommend that you keep all those items on hand because if you're like me and have rambunctious kids, you're going to be doing this semi-often around the house. But if this video is helpful, you can let me know that. You can leave a like and subscribe. I'll also leave a link for the items I use down below. You can check them out down there. I also have other helpful videos you can check out right here, and I'll see you in the next one.